You know, building rockets has always been one of the toughest engineering challenges we've ever faced. But what if you could just flip the script entirely? What if, instead of spending months assembling thousands of parts, you could simply print a rocket engine? And no, this isn't science fiction. It's really happening, right now, led by a startup in India that is completely changing the game for how we get to space.
All right, so how exactly are they pulling this off? Well, here's what we're going to cover. We'll kick things off with their historic first launch. Then we'll dive deep into the crazy printing tech they're using. We'll get to know the startup itself, see how they build such a powerful business, and then look ahead to their next massive leap into orbit.
Okay, so let's start with the moment it all came together. After a few delays and years of incredibly hard work, on May 30th, 2024, AgniKul Cosmos nailed the launch of its technology demonstrator. It's called the AgniBond Sorted, that's short for Suborbital Technological Demonstrator. And this one single flight sent massive ripples through the entire space industry.
And you gotta understand, that launch was the payoff for thousands of hours of work, of overcoming just huge technical hurdles. As the vehicle director, Saranya Periaswamy, put it, it really all came down to belief. Belief in herself and her team's ability to build something this complex and actually make it fly.
And here's what's truly mind-blowing. Look at how much they achieved in this one flight. This wasn't just some routine test. This was the world's first launch of a single-piece 3D printed engine. It was India's first semi-cryo engine launch, which is a super-efficient engine type. And it was the first ever launch from a private launch pad in the country. They didn't just knock down one door, they basically kicked the whole wall down all at once.
So what's the secret sauce here? How did a pretty new startup pull off so many breakthroughs in a single go? Well, the answer lies in their totally revolutionary way of building the heart of the rocket, the engine.
See, the big difference, it's not just what the rocket does, it's all about how it's made. AgniKul went back to the drawing board and completely reimagined the whole manufacturing process.
So picture this. A traditional rocket engine is just this nightmare of complexity. We're talking thousands of individual parts that have to be meticulously welded together over almost a year. And then you have AgniKul's Agnilet engine. It's printed as one single solid piece. No assembly, no welding, just one integrated component.
And the impact of this? It's absolutely staggering. The time it takes to make a flight-ready engine just collapses, from over 10 months down to just 72 hours. Let that sink in. A 3-day turnaround. This isn't just a small improvement, it's a revolution. It slashes costs, and by getting rid of thousands of potential failure points like welds and joints, it makes the whole thing way more reliable.
So who are the masterminds who cracked this code? Let's zoom in a bit and look at the company that's taking this amazing technology from a lab idea to a launchpad reality.
So, AgniKul Cosmos. It all started back in 2017, founded by Srinath Ravichandran and Moat SBM. They began their journey inside IIT Madras, one of India's top engineering schools, with a really clear and super ambitious goal.
In their mission, it sounds simple, but it is absolutely profound. They want to democratize access to space. They're building rockets that are affordable, that are customizable, aiming for a future where you can launch a satellite from pretty much anywhere, anytime you want, without the insane costs and rigid schedules of the past.
Now, having a great idea is one thing, but turning it into a real, successful business, especially in a field like aerospace where you're just burning through cash, that's a whole other level of challenge. And honestly, AgniKul's business journey is just as impressive as its tech.
I mean, look at this timeline. Their speed has been just incredible. And this isn't just a list of dates, right? This is a strategic playbook in action. In only 7 years, they started in a university, locked in a crucial partnership with India's space agency, ISRO, built their own launch pad to control their destiny, and then proved it all worked with that successful flight.
And of course, when you move that fast with the tech, the money follows. And boy, did it follow. Just look at these numbers. Their valuation has skyrocketed by nearly 300 times in just 6 years. That's not just growth, that's an explosion. It's the market screaming that it sees a massive opportunity here. So that brings them to today. A cool $500 million valuation with major deep tech investors backing them all the way. This puts AgniKul right up there with the top private space tech startups in the world. It's a huge signal that this isn't just an Indian success story. This is a big deal on the world stage.
Okay, so that suborbital flight, it was amazing for sure. But honestly, that was just the warm-up act. The main event, the real goal, is to actually reach orbit and start launching satellites for a growing list of customers who are lining up And they've got their eyes on the prize, and it's a big one. Their first full orbital mission, planned for the end of 2025. This is going to be the real test, sending their full-scale AgniKul rocket all the way up to a 700-kilometer orbit and delivering real payloads for their first paying customers.
And once they hit orbit, they're not stopping. The roadmap is super clear. Step 1, prove you can get to orbit. Step 2, ramp up production to meet the demand you already have. And Step 3, go for the holy grail of modern rocketry. Develop reusable systems to bring those launch costs down even further. And you know what's really important here? They're not doing this alone. This whole thing has the full backing of India's National Space Agency, ISRO. As their chairman said, AgniKul's success is a huge win for homegrown innovation. It motivates ISRO to support even more startups and basically lifts up the entire private space scene in the country.
So when you take a step back, what all of this really boils down to is something way bigger than just a faster, cheaper rocket. This innovation is about changing the fundamental rules of getting to space. It's about who gets to go. So it leaves us with this one big question. Are we finally on the verge of an era where just printing an engine can open up space for all of us?